Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're planting onions in the garden. Wait, hold up. Not these onions. These onions. These are the ones I started from seed a couple of months ago, and today's the big day. They're heading out into the garden, and I'll show you how I prep the soil, walk through some of my favorite varieties, and give you a sneak peek at how I'm organizing my allium beds this season. For those of you who are new here, my name is Marcia and I'm the Black Thumb Gardener. I live in Ontario, Canada, USDA Zone 5B, and I do everything gardening sprinkled in with a little bit of travel. If you enjoy gardening like I do, I'd love for you to subscribe and give a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. I'm happy to be planting my onions in these new raised beds I built earlier this year. If you're interested in seeing how I put them together, I'll link that video down below. But I'm honestly so excited to finally have more space in the backyard garden, especially for onions because they take up such a good amount of room. So this bed was already prepped earlier in the season with compost. So today I'm just giving it a boost with some worm castings and a balanced organic fertilizer. You're going to see me repeat this process every time I plant something in my garden. Worm castings are packed with beneficial microbes and nutrients. They help create healthier, more vibrant soil, and I cannot garden without it. Now the fertilizer that you're going to see me use in my garden is by ProMix. It's the organic tomatoes, vegetable, and herb garden fertilizer. It's a pretty balanced 448 rating for NPK, and I love using this stuff. It goes in everything. I'm just going to give everything a quick mix and level things out. The goal here is to have loose, well-drained, fertile soil. So I'm planting a single row of onions along the edge of this raised bed. Normally onions are spaced about 4 to 6 inches apart, but I'm squeezing them in a little closer since space is tight. This year I'm going to play a little bit with some intensive planting. They're still going to do well. I'll just keep an eye on them, and if I think they need more space, I'll thin them. Here's my super official garden plan. Now, don't laugh at my doodling. I definitely cannot draw, but this little map helps me keep track of where everything is going. In this bed, I'm planting two of my favorite onion varieties. The first is Walla Walla, and the second is Rossa D'Inverno. Walla Wallas are super sweet and mild, and they're perfect for fresh eating. And the Rossa D'Inverno is a beautiful red variety that stores really well throughout the winter. These two are always in my garden. These onions are being planted in a bed that will be full of brassicas, which is a combination that I really love. Onions are a great companion plant. Their strong scent helps to deter pests like cabbage moth and aphids, and these pests love to nibble on kale, cabbage, and a lot of my other leafy greens. I'll also be tucking in a few marigolds in this bed later on. They're fantastic at helping to prevent root knot nematodes, which can easily mess with your brassica roots. Plus, they really look good and cheerful in the garden. If you're growing onions this year, let me know in the comments what varieties you've planted. I'm always looking to try something new, and I would love to add more varieties to my collection. When planting, I make sure the onion roots are well covered, but that the bulb isn't buried too deep. That is the key to having big bulbs. You want to plant them just deep enough so they're standing upright and the top of the bulb is sitting right at or just below the soil surface. Okay, this bed is done. Everything is planted. It looks so good. Okay, next I'm moving over to another raised bed that I'm turning into a full allium zone. I've already got garlic growing here, and now I'm adding a row of onions, some leeks, and some shallots at one end. Grouping alliums together like this makes a garden planning and maintenance easier. They all have similar needs like consistent watering, rich soil, and protection from the same pests, so caring for them as a group makes sense. Now, once everything in this bed is harvested, which is usually around late July, I'll flip this entire bed and use the space for a quick summer crop like zucchini or beans, or I'll start prepping it early for my fall garden. Now, my backyard garden is small, so I rely on planting and harvesting in waves to keep things moving. Growing crops en masse like this makes it easier to rotate my beds and get the most out of every square foot. It's all about timing for me, planning, and squeezing in as much as I can across the seasons. So this isn't the only place I'm planting my allium seedlings. I've got another garlic bed where I'll be interplanting some onions and shallots, and I'll also be planting onions at the base of my GreenStalk planter to help deter critters from climbing up into the tender greens. Now this is my way of both intercropping and mass planting. By weaving alliums throughout the garden, I can keep pests in check, maximize space, and harvest in waves throughout the season. And here they are, all tucked in and ready to grow. It always feels so good to get a bed planted, especially with something like onions that take their sweet time. Now it's just a matter of watering, weeding, and waiting. That's a wrap on onion planting today. I'm giving everything a good soak to help the roots settle in and get off to a strong start. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow, and if you're new here, I'd love to have you stick around. Hit that subscribe button and follow along as we grow this garden together. Thanks for hanging with me today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.